have to get spoiled by default.
Anyway, I'll see that they'll not get spoiled up to your level. They'll be
Of
good
course, more
students.
than me.
Yeah, they should not compete with you. Come on, you're a senior. Guys,
Okay,
good
that's
evening to the session. And here we have Pooja. She's the final year student in information science and engineering. And she will be the expert for today, and she'll be discussing on the concerned topics. You can ask uh, different questions based on your subject, maybe whatever you want to ask, based on the field you're studying, or maybe related to your personal life, or maybe the field of your choice. She has knowledge, and according to her experience and her knowledge, she'll be able to share and help you with whatever the demand that you request. Okay, so Puja, one is Shalini, one is Nandini, one is Sahana. So these three are the students here. So you can really have a good session. Welcome to the session. Guys, can you clap for her? We didn't. Wow, that's good. Ah, good. Puja, over to you. Have a good session.
thank you so much, sir. Yeah, so hey girls, how are you all?
Hello.
Hi, ma'am.
Good. Hello. You don't have to call me Ma. You can just call me Pooja, and that's totally fine. Okay. So yeah, good to know. And yes, I have seen all three of you previously, and good job, girls. You've done a really good job in your videos. And yeah, so before we start, let me start sharing my screen. Yeah, I hope the screen is visible to you all.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Yeah. So welcome to today's session, and today our agenda will be to discuss on skills that you need to develop, particularly as a college student, either in terms of your technical skills, or maybe as your interpersonal skills or life skills, whatever things of that kind, and mistakes to avoid as a college student. I'm not going too much deep in that because you will find multiple people talking about multiple kinds of mistakes, and check what you may or you have a tendency or a habit to commit the mistakes, and make sure that you're going to avoid them. The third is websites for the college student. Again, just few websites because you have enormous set of websites. Those websites which are mandatory for any student in today's world, I have mentioned there. The next, we will be moving on to learning, certifications, and projects, from where you can find them, what are the sources, and how you can avail them for free, what all are free, and how you can make use of things being a student. The next is internships, and the last topic for today will be courses in demand. Okay, so courses in demand, yes, I have listed a lot before. Okay, I will get into the session, we will see to it. Okay, so skills to develop. Fine. First thing is you need to make good friends. Trust me, you really need to have friends who can help you out, who on whose shoulder you can depend upon only when you need. Yes, you need to have such friends, but don't go to overburden them or spoil the friendship with them. But when you need help, you need to have somebody to whom you can openly ask for help. It can be any sort of help, be it regarding your subjects, or be it regarding your personal life. You just maybe you just want to share few things or pour out your feelings. You need to have somebody, or maybe you need somebody who can advise you, or who can, or if you say that you're having a lot of emotional imbalance, you need to have somebody to whom you can talk to, and they can tell you how to stabilize on your emotions or any such thing. Okay, so that is the first point. You really need to make good friends. This does not mean you should have, some people as your friends and the others as not. No, not that way. Be friendly with everyone, but make sure that you are close to only few people on whom you can count upon. The next is trying to become self-sufficient and self-reliant. Okay, this, I don't say that you will be able to achieve it, but at least try your best. All right, because you do not know who can deceive you or who can act against you at what point of time. So always and always try to depend upon yourself as much as possible, but also learn to say yes and no, and realize when you really need help. When you really need help, make sure that you approach and you ask out for help. Okay, and where you have to say no, Please don't make that mistake as I did. I did, and I realized it late. But yes, learn to say no where you have to say no, and also learn to say yes where you have to say yes. All right. The third is to become self independent. That is to support yourself financially. All right. I'm not telling you will be able to pay your entire college fee, but at least if you can contribute to some percent, let's say even the minimum 1% that you're able to contribute, trust me, the kind of confidence that you will have on yourself in clearing your subjects or your course or anything that you're doing, you will be on a different level. You will have that confidence to achieve things. And once you start funding yourself financially, you will be able to take a call, you will be able to take decisions for yourself, for your life, and you'll be able to, do things that you feel is right. Not a third person or any other person is going to stop you from it because it's your decision and you're going to fund yourself for that. The third thing, work at an early stage startup. Okay, if you're really serious that you really want to learn skills, you need to approach a startup which is at an early stage because they will not be able to fund for a trainer, but they will have a lot of projects and work, because of which it's a golden opportunity for freshers and students to work in startups. And next thing is when you don't have a trainer, but directly you have higher ups, or you're directly mingling with the authorities, probably the tomorrow's CEO or the current CEO and all of those managers, senior managers in the company, you'll be directly involving with them. So you will get to learn a lot. You'll be able to interact a lot with them. You'll get to learn a lot. At the same time, you'll not have a personalized instructor just like how another, maybe a company which is well to do by today, they will have their own set of personalized instructors who will be training you, and they'll catch your hand and walk through the entire journey. At that point of time, yes, you do have a benefit of walking on a cushion, but you will not know the pain that it takes to walk on rocks or on sand. All right. So you will really have to go to an early stage startup at least by the end of your college days. Keep it as a point after your final semester, at least for a duration of 1 or 2 months minimum. Try to work at an early startup. I think most of the syllabus these days, even for a UG student, they have kept internship as a mandatory thing. Now, whether they have it or not, make sure as a college student, by your own or for your syllabus or in either ways, you are having at least one internship that you're working at a startup. The next one is money management. You really need to know, okay, how to manage money. That includes on how to invest, how to earn, what are the taxes that can be charged, everything. Because if there is one thing that can make you rich tomorrow, most of the people say it is money management or financial management, learning to manage your finance. The next thing is coding or development. Let's say you're working as a professional in a non-coding or a non-development sort of fields, but still you should know how a code or how IT can get into your field. You should have at least a basic knowledge or basic idea of how it works. Even let's say you're working in, the dead opposite backgrounds like biology backgrounds and so on. Even there, you should know how IT is influencing or how it can be used here and a basic overview of it. Okay, you really need that knowledge because as time goes by, your career progress is also necessary. At that point of time, this is also necessary. Okay, the next is communication skills, learning to talk to people in all ways. Sometimes you may have to tell the truth as raw truth itself. All right, you cannot stop, or you cannot polish that, or you cannot beautify that and tell. At the same time, there are places where you have to maintain diplomacy. Okay, you should have thorough knowledge of all these things. The next is marketing. Marketing is a very important thing. You should be able to make networks and reach out to networks. Just having networks doesn't make sense. You should be able to reach out or approach to them, and it should make an impact, at least if not immediately in a stipulated period of time, it should make some impact. Okay, the next is content creation. Content creation is a very necessary thing. Okay, you should be able to, whatever knowledge that you know or in whatever field you are a professional at, you should be able to make a content or curate the things in such a way that you can help others with this. Okay, either somebody is able to learn from you, or Let's say you do not want to give it for free or your knowledge is that high, then no problem. At least you should be able to, curate the content such that you're able to monetize it tomorrow. Okay, so these are the skills that you need to develop. Along with that, self-growth. Yes, that includes your personal growth. Most importantly, that is either to develop confidence or to be a go-getter or to be daring enough to approach or do or take up certain tasks or leadership skills or any such thing. Next thing is good CGPA. Many people might say that it doesn't matter, marks doesn't matter. No, please don't believe all of these things. It can matter, it can make an impact at a certain point of time. All right, at least if not all the filters, the first filter requires your CGPA. Please make sure that you are maintaining it well, at least on the higher side. There are classifications like second class, first class with distinction. So please make sure you're trying to reach on to the higher side. That is, as much as possible, try to get into first class with distinction. It can make an impact either if it is, to study further, or even if you're planning to apply for jobs. Everywhere it does matter, because it gives an impression that you are a hardworking student. Okay, and always it's not about hard work. Yes, your thought process or the methodology should be smart, but once the methodology is understood, the work should be hard. You cannot always do the work smart. It cannot go that way. Or at least in the long run, it will not reap much benefits, though you might find immediate benefits. And next thing is, yes, to catch hold of a side hustle. It could be anything, any of your hobbies or anything in a day, at least for few minutes, at the least 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever you're able to contribute for yourself, something that makes you happy, either dancing, singing, or maybe going to a gym, or let's say cooking, or you have any other hobbies, drawing, painting, arts, anything for that matter. A side hustle you need to have a hobby. It could even be as simple as reading or writing. It's all right, but you need to have. And the next thing, the last thing, most important thing, do not forget to enjoy and record your memories. Because this UG life is only one UG life. You will not become an undergraduate student again. Whatever you pursue, you will try your maximum to pursue your master's after this. Okay, so life as an undergraduate student is different. Probably by now you would have realized it. Life as a 15-year-old or a 10th standard student was different compared to the life as a 12th standard student. So similarly, life as an undergraduate college student will also be different. Please do not forget on enjoying during this time. Student life comes only once. It's a golden lifetime, and it's a golden thing in your entire lifetime. So please make sure that you're enjoying it. And if you have the habit of forgetting it, please record it, because tomorrow when you feel bad, you can always look up to these things, these memories, and it can cherish you. It can help you feel better and get back to things. Okay. And mistakes to avoid as a college student. That is not, first thing is not having a study plan. Most of the students, what they do, all of a sudden, one fine day, maybe one Friday evening or Saturday evening, they sit and watch a lot of, motivational videos, inspirational videos. The next morning they wake up, they say, yeah, I have to start studying. The next morning, for the next 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, they sit and study, but there is no impact, or there is no outcome at all from it. Okay, they don't score the grades that they wanted to score. This is majorly because they do not have a study plan. Even if you're studying for 1 hour, please make sure that you're checking on what all topics you want to study, or in 1 hour, what all things are you going to cover, and prioritize the topics. Need not be in the order of the syllabus or the content that you're following or the course that you're following. Make sure you're prioritizing things as per the need. Maybe some topics are emerging in the field today, so you might have to focus on them more. And some topics might be important only for your exam point of view, could be outdated topic, but a foundational topic. So exam point of view, they could be important. Please make sure that those topics come in your second priority, and the remaining topics are covered in your third priority, and so on. All right. So make sure you're having a plan and prioritizing things. The next thing is focusing only on the easy topics. Just because some topics are easy, you just keep focusing. This majorly happens when you're applying for competitive exams or any such things like that. You will just focus on those subjects. Let's say quants or quantitative aptitude is a little more difficult. Verbal and reasoning based questions are quite easier, so you keep focusing only on those. and you don't focus on your quants or quantitative aptitude, then you will definitely you will lose out on your quants. So do not make that mistake. Yes, on the topics that you feel are easy, make sure you're focusing the most. At the same time, you shouldn't neglect completely the other topics. Okay, at least some amount of practice or some amount of knowledge should be there on those topics which are hard for you. And the next thing is a conducive environment for study. All right, do not crib or cry because you're not a small school kid to say that I do not have a proper place to study, or the environment at home is not good. If it's not good, not a problem, find out other places. Check out quiet places if that is what you like, such as libraries, college facilities, or any places where you can spend time quietly with yourself, your books, your materials, and you're able to study. Okay, make sure the environment is very conducive. People should not come and disturb. Even if you have siblings and you say, if I start studying, my sibling comes and slaps, and after that I go and slap five in return, and the number just keeps doubling. That's not an excuse. You should have a study time and make sure you're getting into a place where you're able to study. Either take care of your sibling, ensure that they're not coming to you, or make sure you move out of that environment and you get into an environment where you can do it. Okay. Yes, websites for a college student. These three websites are a must. At least if you do not have an account, at least regular follow-up or regular updates on these are a must for you. First is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great platform where you can connect with a lot of working professionals. You will come to know, they would have posted their certifications as well along with their profile or their resume. So if by chance you're lucky to see their resume, please make sure that you take note of what all points they have added, what all they have not added, what all certifications they have done, and all of those. And yes, this is a nice platform for you to connect with them. And okay, maybe the response rate could be a little low here, but just in case you're able to network with the professionals here, it would be a great chance if you're able to talk to them or ask them about the current industry needs or any such thing. Most importantly, try to follow people whom you consider or the roles that you want to take up. Let's say tomorrow you want to be a project manager or you want to be a CEO, so make sure you're trying to follow those accounts who are project managers, senior project managers, and so on, or people who are already CEOs. Okay, if you can connect with them, maybe startups, maybe well-to-do companies or whatever, make sure you're connecting with them, or at least you're following them. So you come to know what all they have done and what all you have done or what all you have to do. You will have some idea about it. Okay. The next thing is Google Scholars. It's a must and should website for every student, no matter which field you are from. Okay, this website will help you get all the articles, research papers. All of these access are easily available on Google Scholars. Just you have to go to this website, go to the search bar, type what the topic or the domain, and you will get listings. Make sure Google has filters, so please make wise use of that. You have filters. Let's say, for example, you wanted to do a college project and you wanted a base paper for that or a research paper for that to support your project, and your college says or your university says that the criteria of the paper that you're taking should be in somewhere from 2023 to 2025, because somewhere around 2025 you'll be in your final year, you'll be doing your projects and so on. So at that time you do have filters from 2025, from 2024, from 2023. You also have an option of custom range, so make sure you're using all of these wisely, wherein you will get papers or articles listed only from the range that you have mentioned. So you don't have to waste your time reading through a lot of articles or papers. You will get what you need, and it is very crisp and accurate sort of information that you will get. All right. The last is Notion. Notion is a platform where you can take up notes. You can, let's say, you do listen to a lot of podcasts, audiobooks, you want to type in your summaries. Notion is a nice platform to arrange all of these there. Also, if you're a person who maintains to-do lists, then you can do a lot of to-dos there. Notion provides it. They are pre-built in Notion. And yes, I don't think I have to talk much about Notion because it is a very easy website, a very user-friendly website. You guys, it's time for you guys to start exploring that website. Okay? Yeah. Coming to learning, certifications, and projects. Yes. So there are a lot of platforms where I would rather say there are any number of resources to learn, but if you want certifications, uh, you do get couple of free certifications, but I don't know to what extent they are valued. Rather than that, go and approach places where you get a stand which is standard enough for the certifications that they provide. It could be a standard training institute, or it could be any training center, coaching center, or any places. We will look into it once we start the slide. And yes, these are also the places from where you can get project ideas. So first is Edureka. Edureka is the YouTube channel itself. It's a training institute as well. I'm not sure if they have an offline center. Yeah, they do have offline center because they do conduct offline exams. So yes, it's a nice platform. You get various courses, let's say digital marketing, Tableau, SEO optimization. It could be anything, even related. Most of it are software oriented. Also, commerce oriented courses are also available. So they have full course, half course, or session wise courses. There are a lot of options that whichever feels comfortable for you, you can choose them. And yes, you can learn from those videos. For learning, there is no charge at all. It's absolutely free. But if you need certification, then you need to pay. But it's a standard and recognized institute from where your certifications are valid. Okay, so people do consider the certifications that you get from Edureka. The next is Free Code Camp. Not sure of their certifications, but yes, they are conducting courses for free. It is an initiative to bring technical knowledge or IT related knowledge in particular to the students free of cost. It was an initiative which started that way. Next is IntelliPat. They're also like Edureka where they charge for certifications, but yes, they are valid. And yes, their courses are for free. It's majorly they've come up with an idea that most of the students like Edureka where they prepare the content in English. If students are not able to follow, then they're bringing it in Hindi because that's the most common language right now in India, or rather most parts of India. Everywhere, most of the places you get to see Hindi, I mean people talking in Hindi. So they have brought courses in Hindi for students. And the next platform is NPTEL. Okay, so this platform is it's a golden opportunity wherein you can get certifications from IITs themselves. Yes, there are all IITs that come up there. IIT Madras, IIT Bombay, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Roorkela, and so on. Even IIT Kanpur, even couple of NITs, I think NIT Surathkal, and so on. I think I'm not sure of NIT Ranchi, maybe. Yeah, so most of the IITs and NITs, they come and create courses there. Yes, they are very standardized courses, and yes, they are relevant. They stay updated with the technologies, and they have video lectures. It's a course you will have to follow. They keep tracking your progress. Every week you will have assignments to submit. And yes, if you want to take up a certification, the learning is completely for free. If you want to take up certification, then the cost is 1,000 per exam or per certification. And yes, you will have to go and give an offline exam. Marks for the weekly assignments as well as the offline exam that you write together will be taken, and accordingly a certificate will be provided if you have passed. They also have options like getting into the elite or premium category. If you're scoring 60% and above, you're considered as premium category. 70 and above, then you're considered as elite. And they have, even in elite, they have various options: elite gold, elite silver, and so on. So yes, that these certifications are also valid. Recruiters do consider these certifications from NPTEL. The next is Google. Google, as in it could be anything. Maybe the courses that they're providing either free of cost or course for free and certification being paid, or it could even be the Google search engine itself for projects. You just have to type your domain. Let's say, for example, machine learning. You just have to type machine learning project ideas or machine learning mini project ideas. You will get any number of such ideas. You can start taking up any of them and start working on them. And you just have to get the topic or the idea from Google. You can go to YouTube. You will find a lot of projects which are already done. Okay, yeah, GitHub, the last platform which I've mentioned here. GitHub is also a platform where you find a lot of projects. You can either take up the projects and improvise them, or you can take up those ideas and build your own projects from scratch. Either ways, it is okay. So same with Google, where you will find, YouTube videos. If you just take the topics, you will find YouTube videos on the complete project being developed right in front of your eyes. So you can follow them and you can use them. The next is Microsoft. Again, this platform again provides a lot of courses for free, just that you have got to stay updated with the timelines and the courses that they release. And again, Amazon also, they provide a lot of courses for free, for paid in the sense you will get certifications. Microsoft also does the same thing. And these three platforms, let's say you want to stay updated, but you don't have the time to every day go and check their websites or career pages, then you have a couple of YouTube channels that you can follow. They keep staying in touch with these websites, and as and when the platform releases a course or a certification, or even say they're giving swags for free, even that they will be uploading it on YouTube. You just have to keep their notifications on, and you will be able to stay updated with them. Okay. I think those channels also provide a platform wherein they check with a lot of recruitment websites as well. Let it be TCS or Tech Mahindra or Deloitte, Cisco, any such platforms. If they're hiring for either freshers, experienced people, experienced professionals, or even for interns, if they are hiring, then they do keep in touch with these platforms, and they do make videos about it with the application procedures. They will fill a dummy application right in front of your eyes and show, so you can follow the same and avail those benefits. Okay. The next is Geeks for Geeks, a nice platform for learning, for certification, as well as project. It's an all-rounder kind of platform. Concepts are explained so well, and they are explained in such simple words that you can understand. Also, they have made YouTube videos. You will find their respective YouTube channel with the topics on whichever they have made websites or they created the content on. So you can use them. Also, they have a lot of project ideas. At the same time, you will find the code readily available for various projects. So you can either directly take them, or you can build them from scratch, or take and improvise them. Either ways, it's up to you. So this is a nice platform that you really need to stay in touch with. Geeks for Geeks. Okay. Yes, coming to internships. Yes, one is Indeed.com, the other is Naukri.com. These two are majorly job hunting platforms, all right, but they also have postings on internships. It's a great platform for students to go and approach. The third, Internshala, it is an exclusive internship app for students as well as working professionals. You will directly get to see a company or a startup or anybody who requires a person to do some task. They would have posted that on Internshala. You can go and apply. And yes, if your resume is good, or if you're lucky enough that there are not many applicants for that, then yes, you will get an internship there. Indeed and Naukri.com, yes, are two important platforms wherein you can there are better chances of getting an internship there. Okay, because they have a separate job hunting and a separate internship filters. So what happens is working professionals don't come into your way when you're taking up internships in these two, Indeed and Naukri.com. The next is LinkedIn. Yes, response rate might be low, but just in case, you could connect or you could build a network and you could impress an HR or a recruiter or somebody who's looking for an intern or a working professional there. Trust me, it's somewhat equal to hitting a jackpot on LinkedIn, because the response rate is low. And if you get a response, then you are lucky enough. And trust me, it's a very nice platform to go through, because you're directly connecting to the HRs or the company people who are recruiting, not the company, but the company, the people who are working in the company or who are recruiting people for the company. Okay. The next is Glassdoor, AngelList Talent, and Idealist. All three websites again. Glassdoor is another place where you get to see the company listings. So if you want to know about a particular company or a startup, what are their procedures and so on, Glassdoor is a very nice platform. You need to explore it. Let us say, if not today, tomorrow, when you are getting into a job, before you get into your interview phase, make sure you are going through the company. And for that, Glassdoor is an excellent platform. You should be aware of the company goals. And yes, you need to, convince, or rather, you need to present yourself in such a way to the interviewer that your goals are aligned with the company's goals as well. So you're able to contribute to the company as well as your personal growth. Both of those will be very important things that the recruiters or the interviewers make sure that they see. So Glassdoor is one such thing. The next is GSOC, known as Google Summer of Code. It is a platform, something like where you can do like a thesis work, though not exactly. It's an open source platform where people put up the code or the real time working code. So if let's say a company is building a product and the product has some bugs or has some defects, or somebody has told that there is some problem or a defect in that, they put it here in GSOC platform, and you can actually get to work for free. You can take up that code, you can work on the code, you can rectify the bugs, you can debug them, you can rectify the errors. And if you're able to do that and approach, and the person who posted it, if they have liked the code that you've shared, then the prize money is really huge. I think for about a year or so, you're getting paid in terms of some thousands of dollars. And yeah, I think in Indian rupees, you will get somewhere around 3.5 lakhs or something at once for 3 months. It will be given to you in 3 months. And I'm not telling as a UG student you will be able to crack it. No, it's all right. But at least give it a try. Keep trying, so that somewhere, some point, something you will be able to do at some point of time in your life, and definitely you will be able to crack that. Okay, the code. And it's a nice platform because you will get to see the real time working code, and you will get to know how to write a clean code, how to write a professional code. All of these other perks do come with this, because this is a real time working product code. And courses in demand, yes, I think I have about 24 courses listed out. So yes, we'll just go through them really quick. One is UI UX design. This is nothing but user interface and user experience. UI UX is that user interface and user experience. That is any, let's say you get into Google, the front sheet that a user is using, or the front page that the user is going and logging, how good that is, or how comfortable the user is feeling. Let us say I have a 60-year-old grandma who says, okay, now I want to search few recipes for my grandkids out of all the love and affection that she wants to show. So at that point of time, if she just wants to go to Google or YouTube, how friendly is it for such a person? At the same time, even for a 5-year-old, or let's say an 8 or 9-year-old student who wants to search for some project for their school, then how good the interface is. At the same time, for working professional, for students on all levels, how good the user interface is, or how comfortable or how seamless user experience you're able to provide, and what are the principles or rules that you have to follow in order to get this, to have this user experience. That is where this UI UX design comes. And yes, Google is providing a certification, Google UX Design Professional Certification, which is free of cost. And yes, it's like all that, it's a must-have course if you want to be a UI UX designer. And let me tell you, all of these courses that I've mentioned here, all 24 courses are in demand. And let me tell you, you can make real good amount of money with these. The next is WordPress. WordPress is a platform where you can use to create blogs. It all started with being a blogging platform, but yes, you can also use it to create websites and so whatnot. There are a lot you can do out of WordPress. So all in all about that, you have an online certification from Udemy, that is Learn WordPress and using WordPress to make money online. It's a paid certification. So whichever are paid certification, make sure that you are taking it once you are ready for it, because you are going to pay for it. So make sure you're thorough with the course. Yeah. The next is online business, 20 ways to make money online. That is also another Udemy's paid course. It's a top rated course. And Ramit Sethi. Ramit Sethi has written a book, I Will Teach You How to Get Rich. It's one of the bestseller books. And he has made a course based on the book that he has written. The book is good, so is the course. It's a paid course, but people say it is worth it. And yeah, you can give it a try if you really want to.